Who am I, and what would I define my genre of music as? My name is Cole Warren. I was born in Alaska. I went to college, got my economics degree, came to Colorado because I had visited it a bunch of times, and just loved it up here. Love Colorado. My brother is a producer, and he dropped an album, and I thought it was really cool, so decided to give it a shot, and definitely had something to say. So yeah, music has been really important in my life. My genre of music is pop punk, but it's hard to define a genre. Just because I have a ton of different influences and make music not based on genre but based on just what I want. So I have some indie pop, some pop punk, some punk rock, some punk rap or emo rap, some just like hard metal shit, like screaming your lungs out, some stuff that's like inspired by the 1975, and Matt Mason, just like chill indie pop. So yeah, a genre would kind of be hard to define, but most of the songs I make are pop punk. I really like having the songs formulated in a way that I like, which is very poppy. Who that I hang around with helps me when I'm making music would be my family. My family has been super supportive of my music, even though it's like not really their style for sure. They're a little bit older, but they definitely support me and love me, and I don't know where I'd be without them. My brother, also my producer, and he's also on one track right now, but we got two on the back burner. My brother Lasco definitely inspires me, and I look up to him musically and as a person. Also my friends, mainly my friends back in Alaska, shout out AK. They definitely support my music. They give it a listen. None of them were really into like the punk scene, but it's really cool that they support me and listen to my stuff and share it and help me out, and they know that it's something that I love and something that has made me a better person and much more happier in my life just by making music. And even in the past, I think it's like 8 months since I've been making music, my life has just changed. So where and when do I make music? The entire process. So if we start off with writing, I usually write at night when I'm in my bed and like have thoughts, but really whenever, like oftentimes also I drive for my work, so I'm like driving and just like have to write something down. I'm like, shit, that is so fucking fire, like I gotta write that down, that's gotta be in the song, and so like have to write that shit down at the moment. Yeah, and then recording, I've recorded in a ton of different weird ass places. I've recorded in this trailer, this little camper van, in the bathroom, and right here actually for the song Joy to the World. Shout out Joy to the World, check it out. And then in my bathroom for my first two singles that I put out, and but now I'm recording mostly in the garage. I just like the sound that it puts out. It's a large space. It's quiet. It's cold, which is really nice. So much better than working in the heat. The heat exhausts me, and my vocals get all fucked up and everything. After the recording process, it gets sent to production, and right now I have 2 producers, actually technically 3, I just haven't sent the third one anything yet, yeah, so then I send it to the producers, and then they send me back something that they are fucking with, and I usually like to give the producers some freedom, so that not only they can practice on what they've been working on and learning, but also because that way I can get some like sick things that I never thought would be cool. Like I definitely have like a planned vision in my mind of what I want and what I want in it and at these parts and etc. But like during the production stage, after I've done everything on my part that I can do and send to production, I like them fucking with it because I can always get exactly what I picture anyway. I can tell them exactly what I want, but I can't get the creativity in my in the mind of whatever producer is working on the shit. So so that I really like doing that, and so that takes a few weeks to produce it. So after they send me a few things, and I'm like, okay, turn this down, the volume down on this, and like put in an EDM part right here, and put in some bass right here, etc. Whatever the process is, and then they send it back to me. And then, while that is usually going down, while the production process is going down, I usually do cover art. If you haven't checked out my latest cover art, it's freaking sick. What makes me motivated to make music and keeps me on top of my game? What makes me motivated to make music would be having something to share with the world, and it's a hard question. Recording is just like addicting as hell. Like I just like always want to be on the mic, like no matter where I am. It's just so much fun. And while I'm there, it like annoys me and shit because I have to take tons of takes on shit. But like, man, it's just like, it's amazing. It's just the endorphin rush, and it's crazy. I couldn't imagine being in front of a crowd with all that shit running. That'd be fucking awesome. It's like my dream. But yeah, what makes me motivated to make music is just loving to do it, having something to say. It has a huge healing power, which is amazing, and also I've like been stuck in like bad places where a lot of my songs come from while I was writing them, and I just like hope to just like even help just like one person throughout my entire life through my music would be amazing. Regardless of what it is, even if it's for a day or for a second, that vital second could be exponential. You never know how important music can be, and for me, it's been like a religion. Like going to church is like going and recording. Yeah, what keeps me on top of my game would be like practicing every day, regardless of what it is. Like whether I sit down for 30 minutes to an hour or two to write, and just hit the desk and write. Going out and recording some shit, even if you're not feeling that well, your vocals aren't great, you might still get something out of it. And just like that keeps your vocals like nice, you gotta keep on practicing, and the more you practice, the better you get, for sure. Like this new track, I think my vocals are the nicest they've been. Super pretty. And that's just from practicing, but like I've definitely gotten better at it, and if like you work towards something, like you can practice to get good at anything. You don't have to be the best, you don't even have to be pretty good, but if you love something, you can practice at it to be pretty good. Why do I often make music when it isn't profitable for me? That's a great question. The amount of money that I've spent on making music is like probably $1,000, and I've made 0 cents from it. I haven't made any money. And the reason that I do it is like to both help myself and help others. While helping others, you can help yourself. Again, if I could like just reach one person, and so they would like just put the blade down or put the gun down, or even if it's smaller than that, just getting through a night, that would mean so much to me. My life would have, I feel like my life would have much more meaning if I could just help another person. If I'm one soul and I help 2 souls. It's pretty good. My life has meaning. I also make music for me, though. It's also selfish in a way. Helping others helps myself, gives me a sense of self-worth, gives me a sense of self-love, gives me a sense of self-caring, and I love feeling that way. And also, since I've been writing down and releasing tracks, I've been releasing my demons, and that's an amazing thing. Just talking about things, it's kind of like therapy. Just opening up fully, like everyone that's lived has had things that are extremely hard for them to go through, and some harder than others, and but everyone's had that cap, that point, that breaking point. So yeah, just if I could reach just a few people, that would be worth the money to me. And also just helping myself in the past 8 months, I've been doing really, really good, my mental health wise, just since releasing music, and releasing those demons, with every track, kind of just what's going on, what I'm struggling most with, what keeps me up at night. Who inspires me to make music and do what I do? My biggest inspiration to make music is probably Juice WRLD, which is why I made the song Joy to the World. He just raps about being sad and doing drugs, and I resonate with that. But it's not like hood rap doing drugs, it's not like I doing all this cocaine and, fucking hookers. It's more like, man, this shit's sad, this shit is fucked. You shouldn't do this shit. And I'm not trying to warn people. People can do what they want. I'm just giving my experience. Other inspirations include Spaceman Zach, Garden, Nothing Nowhere. I don't know, it depends on the song. The 1975, Matt Mason, Project, IK9RI, and it just depends on the song. I get so many, even TV shows have helped me gain inspiration. Like the series Casa de Papel has helped me gain inspiration, which is super dope. Yeah, so I definitely have a lot of inspirations. That it depends on what song, but I think overall it would probably be Juice WRLD. I also love X. Lil Peep is fire. My brother Lasco, most definitely. And yeah, the community that you build around music is so beautiful. It's like I said, music is like a religion in so many ways, and this is one way. The community that you build yourself around music in is so spiritual and an out-of-body experience. I've met so many cool people through my music and exploring different artists, and I've loved music. I've loved music for a long time. I've been writing since raps, and not raps, but poems since the 2nd grade, and I just love the whole entire process and everything about it. How long does it take to make a single song? That totally depends on what I do. It totally depends on the song. Sometimes I sit down and I write a dope song in 40 minutes. The song Chemicals, which is on the back burner right now, but it's super fire. It's with me and Alaska. That song took about 45 minutes, and the lyrics are just dope. Sometimes it takes me 20 minutes, probably at the least, just 20 minutes for a song. I just listen to the beat over and over and over again, and just write until I get it right. Other ones don't even have a beat yet. I just know what I want to say and how I want to say it. And those have been years. Sometimes it takes me years to fully complete a song, write it, and record it. And probably some of them will still be a few more years out if they ever see the light of day. And they're beautiful songs. I love them. It's just that I have to find something that does them justice, and be happy with what I put out and what I create. And that's always important. So my longest song take to produce was probably junior year of high school, which was like 2014. So what is that, 7 years? It's ridiculous. 7 years and I haven't even started recording or anything. And it's still going on. So that's probably my longest song. And like I said, other ones take 20-40 minutes. What's it like doing cover art? Cover art is super fun. It's always an adventure for sure. It's definitely one of those things that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I haven't shot much cover art, but the times that I did were just super fun. I mean, I love wearing makeup. I love dressing up like crazy. I love going to adventurous places and doing adventurous things. I'm just an adventurous hippie who makes e-boy music. Yeah, just the experience with the most recent cover art would be, we found a lazy boy, me and Kyle found a lazy boy, and, oh no, I found a lazy boy. You didn't find a lazy boy, I'm giving you credit. I found a lazy boy and put it up into my truck, which barely fit, because I don't have a truck, I have a car. And Kyle came over, and we went over to a place in Colorado in Larimer County. So then I hauled this lazy boy down this bank. Thank God I didn't have a torn ACL at that moment. I do right now. And I haul it down this bank and then take off my shoes because I don't want to get my shoes soaked. And I'm like wading through this ice, but it's like as I get on it, it's cracking and it's like falling through. And so then I'm like standing on this ice that's actually solid, finally halfway through the river, throw the chair out there into the water, jump onto it, and my feet were like in the water for probably like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Like it was fucking cold as shit. My producer is my brother Lasco. He lives in Arizona currently, and he is a photographer, and he does a ton of shit. He makes music, he does photo shoots. He just did a photo shoot for Little Spirit. Shout out Little Spirit. But yeah, he produces the majority of my stuff. I like to keep it with friends and family, for sure. And he does a really good job. Who I spend time with that helps me make music. One is the interviewer right here, Kyle. We've done a ton of stuff, music related, whether it's recording or doing the cover art or photo shoots or whatever. Hanging out with you definitely makes me want to get out and do music and have fun in all those ways. Also my family and my friends back home in Alaska. My friends back in Alaska, regardless of whether they like the type of music that I put out, they always listen and share, and that means a ton to me. I've made music in this trailer, right here for Joy to the World, and in the bathroom down the hall. And that's just because it's kind of a place away from the house where nobody is bothering me and can get extra sound in. I've also made music in bathrooms are really nice for vocals, but mostly right now I record in the garage, and I really like the sound in there. It's a little grungy, so that's pretty sick. And I like fucking around with that. Yeah, and then when do I record music? I record music whenever I have the thought to record music. Sometimes I'm in the shower and I'm like, man, that's such a good song. I need to hop out of the shower and write this down in my notes so I have it. and I literally do sometimes. And sometimes you write some shit and you'll never use it. Sometimes you write some shit and you delete it right away because you're like, that sucks. Sometimes you write it and you're like, man, you just get a smile on your face and butterflies in your stomach. Sometimes when the feeling hits, it's amazing. It's probably my most favorite feeling from the whole recording process is when you just have a line and you're like, oh my god, that is so fire. What gets me motivated to make music would probably be the community that I've built around the music community, about a bunch of different friends. Try TML, TRYTML, Boxhead, who was just on this live earlier, Charming Comma, Staying Home, just like a ton of different artists that I've met. And it's been so awesome to have them listen to my music and listen to theirs, and just like we're all underground, and it's just super fun just to have that, and they know the whole experience of everything that I'm talking about, which is super cool. It's kind of just like a club or a religion, and it's beautiful. What keeps me on top of my game would be just practicing vocals, writing every day, just doing something every day that involves music for 30 minutes to 2 hours at least. I make music because it has properties and abilities to help other people, and by helping other people, I help myself. I have been in the situation where I've been listening to music, and it has done amazing things in that moment, in that second. And I just want to have the same effect on people, whether it's putting the knife down or the gun down, or getting through a night, just listening to the songs and be like, damn, someone understands what I'm going through right now. I'm not alone. And that's what I like to make, is music for lonely people. Why do I make music when it often isn't profiting me? I make music for other people and for myself, definitely not for monetary gain. I've probably put about $1,000 into making and recording and producing music, and I haven't made a cent off it, and that's totally fine with me. I just make music to help heal people, and in that way healing myself, and also to just release the demons and the evil and sadness inside of me, by releasing tracks. And in the past 8 months that I've been making music, it has been working basically better than any other pill or therapist ever has. Who inspires me to make music and do what I do? My main inspiration would be Juice WRLD, but it depends on the song, because I get tons of different inspirations for music. The song that I just finished today is inspired by actually a TV show, Casa de Papel. My song that's coming out on February 13th, which by this time will be in the past, so you'd have to get a time machine. But Reset is inspired by Spaceman Zach. I'm inspired by lots of different artists. It really just depends on the song.